Hello, hope everybody's having a wonderful day on this beautiful Friday. One thing I wanted to do is jump on here and talk about street sections, maybe give anybody who's new or just getting into land development a couple recommendations, tips, tricks, things to look out for when you get to this phase of your development. So I guess we'll just start with subgrade and compaction. So this jurisdiction that I'm working in specifically requires us to install our curb and gutter before anything else. So what we do is we come in here, we do the subgrade and compaction for the curb and gutter. Once that is inspected by our soils engineer and public works inspector, we are then able to come in and install curb and gutter. After that, we come in and perform the subgrade and compaction on the street section, which typically that is outlined in your soils report as far as the depth of subgrade, what you need to compact to, and all the nuances associated with that. So once you achieve that, then you're able to come in and start laying down your ag base. That is compacted to 95% compaction, which is tested by our hired soils engineer and the city. Then we rolled right over into subgrade and compaction for our attached sidewalk. So there's usually a couple different types of sidewalk that you could come across in a housing development. There's attached, detached, or sometimes monolithic. In this case, it's attached. Detached would mean that there would be some sort of either planter or some sort of parkway, landscaped parkway in between the back of curb and the edge of sidewalk. So in this case, it's attached. One thing to think about that I wanted to talk about, though, is number one, who you're having perform your subgrade and compaction, and essentially the quality of that. So in this case, we had our paving contractor do the subgrade and compaction for all of the street section. And like right here, as you can see, since our curb and gutter was already installed before subgrade and compaction, they really smoked the edge of the curb, front side of the curb, and the back side of the curb and gutter. So there's some other locations up here. But what I wanted to bring up is that, this is something that really you need to be aware of and document, because this could come up in your warranty walk. The city may call this out and have you replace it. And, my paving contractor just needs to be aware that they may be liable for this, as they're the ones who actually cause this damage to the curb and gutter. Here's another location right here. So they need to be more careful with how they are performing their subgrade and compaction and not damage the infrastructure that's already in place. So moving forward, I might have my concrete contractor just perform their own subgrade and compaction, so it's all in-house and we know who's liable, and they could more easily absorb that cost instead of me having to back charge different contractors and push that charge elsewhere. So one thing to think about. But yeah, here we are, paved out, on this street section. So all that's looking good. Nice fresh pavement. But yeah, hope everybody has a great day and keep pushing.